Hello my darlings, and welcome back to my channel and to another video. If you're new here, welcome my dear. Please do not forget to subscribe and of course follow me on Instagram. Okay guys, so today, as you can see from the title, I have a very cool video for you. This is all about fragrances that make a great first impression. So whether you want to get a new job, you want to go on a first date, you have something very important and you just want to make your fragrance shine but not overwhelm other people, pretty much the 100% perfect first impression, these are these that you should definitely consider. And speaking of first impressions, I have a couple of goodies that will definitely make a great first impression, because what else is better than some jewelry? So today's video is partially sponsored by Italo, and I have worked with the brand before. They have absolutely gorgeous pieces. They have certified sterling silver and white sapphire stones, and this is how the packaging looks like. So as you can see, it's gorgeous for a gift to some loved one, to your friend, family, or yourself, whatever you prefer. These are packaged beautifully, and when you open it up, this is how the pieces come in. And as you can see, I have two boxes here, which only can mean two pieces to show you. So let me go ahead and give you some close-ups of what I just received. So the first piece I got is this beautiful ring, which is gold-plated sterling silver with this gorgeous green stone. Definitely a massive fan of green stones because this is my favorite color. So anything emerald, I'm here for it. Also, this is emerald cut with some additional white stones on the side, so it looks very modern but also slightly vintage. Very classic, timeless, absolutely beautiful. I have been raving about Italo's jewelry for so long. They have such a beautiful quality, and yeah, as I said, you have certification, everything you get with your packaging, with all the guidelines how to care about your jewelry. So yes, this is the first piece. I have been hunting for it for a while now, and I'm super happy that I have it finally on me. And the second piece that I have is a little bit bigger, and that is this beautiful chain necklace. And as you can see, this is like this typical tennis necklace that I have paired with another Italo piece that I have had for a while now, and this one is like a droplet cut. They pair so beautifully together. I think they look amazing stuck together. I think it's even better when you stuck them than when you wear them alone. Of course, when you wear them alone, you're gonna have this beautiful classical tennis necklace effect, obviously, but I am definitely on the bling bling side and I love my stacks. So this is how I paired them. Also, I just want to remind you about a few pieces that I'm absolutely in love with from the brand. So first, I have this beautiful stack that comes in free, and these are those rings. So you get one big one and two smaller ones, two eternity bands. Absolutely beautiful, shines like diamonds. Really, nobody can tell the difference if it's diamonds or not. Gorgeous quality, and I've had them for over 6 months now, and they still look brand new, intact, absolutely gorgeous. Same as these bracelets that I have here. So I have two tennis bracelets on me at the moment. There is another one that I also have. Absolutely beautiful, and it matches my necks so well. So yes, I'm very happy with Italo jewelry. They have such a gorgeous collection, and they do release new pieces very often. So keep checking out their website, because I'm sure there is something you would love just as much as I do. To be honest, if I could, I would have almost the whole collection of theirs. That's how good they are. Of course, I wouldn't leave you without a discount code, so I partner up with the brand and I have a discount code for you down below in the description box. So as soon as you click in the description box, it's going to be at the top along with the link to the collection and the website. So check it out, guys. Again, this is such a gorgeous piece. I have a direct link to it, same as all the others that I have. So when it comes to wear and tear, now I can attest that I have been naughty, I must admit, and I have showered in this piece, the droplet necklace, which also is over 6 months now. I have also showered with these bracelets and the rings, and literally nothing happened. It's so nice. You also get warranty and 60 days return policy. So check them out, guys. Everything will be in the description box as per usual. And now we can move on to the fragrances. So we step into the room, we are all blinked up, and we make the best first impression ever. And now people have to smell us, right? So the first one is going to be a no-brainer. Actually, 2 of them are going to be complete no-brainers. But since we want to make a great first impression, these 2 are going to be just great. So I have to mention Delina Exclusive. I personally find that Delina Exclusive stays on me way better than the original. Also, it does project better. So I highly recommend maybe even getting the Exclusive version over the original Delina, even though they do have a different vibe. And I know that, you know, some may love the original, not so much Exclusive. So it's absolutely up to you. But no matter what you choose, they're gonna make an amazing first impression. To me, Delina Exclusive is a little bit more classy. Of course, it is slightly more powdery, definitely heavy on vanilla. There's also some oud in here, so you get that nice woody undertone, but it's nothing overwhelming. Even though it's a strong fragrance, I think it's classy and just plush and precious enough for you to wear it at any occasion. It's gonna be gorgeous for formal events. That's how I use it personally. And yes, as I said before, I love the longevity of it and the projection. It always gives me gorgeous compliments. So yes, Delina Exclusive is gonna be perfect if you wanna be very feminine, very put together, but also quite fluffy, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's like just such a beautiful angelic scent. Yeah, I really love it. So first one is of course from Parfums de Marly, and the next one that I just said, it's gonna be a no-brainer, so I'm just gonna breeze through it. Of course, Baccarat. If you don't want to be too much for the crowd that you're gonna be around, don't overspray, but in general, this is one of the most beautiful fragrances in my opinion. I absolutely love the DNA, even though I do have so many dupes of it. You guys know, I tell you all the time, I have so many great dupes of this fragrance, but to be completely honest, I would just only have this one if it was up to me, if I wasn't testing fragrances for YouTube and stuff. This probably would be one of the few very expensive fragrances that I would purchase right away, even if I didn't have a YouTube channel. So yes guys, it's so worth having. Along with the extrait, doesn't really matter that much which one you go for, whatever you prefer. But to me, this one makes incredible first impression, massive compliment getter, but also, you know, it depends on the country that you live in, because like in some places it's very popular, but in general it always turns heads, and usually people always ask what you're wearing. It's also very classy, sophisticated, smells very rich, has massive scent bubble. So yes, I love it for all those reasons, and I rarely say that, but it's actually worth the money. So yes, Baccarat Rouge, fantastic fragrance. Alright guys, next one that I have, Sorry in advance, there are some expensive fragrances here, but I also have cheapies, so don't worry, we'll get to that. So the next one that in my opinion makes amazing first impression, this is perfect when you have a job interview, when you have something formal to attend to. This is going to be amazing, and that is Amouage Love Tuberose. I've had this fragrance for over a year now. I'm still not even halfway through, and that's not because I don't use it. That's because you really don't need much. It projects beautifully and lasts forever. It is a creamy, milky, sweet tuberose with some green touches as well. But in general, you do get quite a bit of whipped cream and vanilla. So it's right up my alley. You know, I do not really adore fragrances, especially the tuberose ones that lean herbaceous or dusty. None of that here. It is strong, but it's not dusty. It's more of a fresher take on the tuberose, along with those heavier, sweeter notes. So very, very nice fragrance. If you have the money to splurge and if you love tuberose, I think you absolutely have to have it. So that is a Love Tuberose from Amouage. The next one, it's way less expensive, I can promise you that, and it is from Navitus, and this is slightly similar to Baccarat, but it does give you a completely different experience because it has quite a bit of chocolate. So it's sweeter, it's denser, it is a little bit closer to the skin because it has a high concentration of perfume oil, and that is Navitus Absolutio. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It is very complex, captivating. It really makes your mouth water. I would categorize it as a definite gourmand, but with a fresh touch and that Baccarat DNA. This is absolutely gorgeous. As I said, it doesn't have such a strong, obnoxious projection as Baccarat can have, but it's still extremely long lasting, and this one will stick to your skin like no tomorrow. You also do get some earthy tones in here as well. However, I think they're quite toned down. They do not ever bother me, and this is actually a fragrance that I share with my boyfriend. Beautiful, beautiful combination. So if you haven't tried it already and if you like sweet, you absolutely have to. So I do have a discount code from Navitus, so check the description box, guys, because this one is so worth having and it's gonna make an amazing first impression. This one I would definitely say for date nights, first dates. This is gonna be absolutely perfect. Also, when you are going out with your friends and meeting some other new people, it's gonna be fantastic. So yes, Absolutio from Navitus. Next one, my darlings, we've got something to me ultra classy, however men really, really love it for some reason, and that is Guerlain Mon Guerlain, the original. To me, this version is completely perfect. If it was up to me, maybe the only version I would still purchase apart from this one would be the Intense, which I also adore, but other than that, I don't think we need any other flanker than the original. Absolutely gorgeous, as I said. This is a vanilla with white florals, with quite a bit of lavender. Definitely one of my favorite fragrances, and this is a fragrance that I wore a ton way back before I started YouTube. I suppose this might be my 4th or 5th bottle even, and as you can see, I'm almost halfway through. I did stop when I got the Intense one, so probably if it wasn't for that fact, I would be out. Gorgeous one, really gorgeous one. If you want to stay classy and ultra feminine, go for this. To me, it lasts perfectly. I never ever had issues, and considering I went through so many bottles, there might have been a reformulation on the way. So nothing ever changed. The longevity is brilliant, the projection is brilliant. Another compliment getter, lovely one. So that is Guerlain. and I have a couple more, so stay with me. And I'm very sorry in advance, this is going to be an expensive one, but guys, this is the ultimate first impression fragrance, and no matter the occasion, no matter the weather and anything like that, this makes the best first impression ever, and that is Siberian Rose from Parfums fragrance, not Parfums, Fragrance de Bois. And I must say, this is one of the most beautiful fragrances that I have tried. Stunning, just stunning, my lovelies. I think that even though it's very expensive, in this particular case, you really get what you pay for. You get longevity, you get projection, you get a massive compliment factor and likability, you get beautiful presentation, very heavy sturdy bottle and a cap. Actually, the caps are gold plated because I clean my perfumes very often, and I can see this particular thingy that happens, you know, when the gold plated products stay on the shelf for a while. So I think it's golden plated. So in general, beautiful. And the scent itself, it is just stunning. It is a tuberose with suede, with vanillic touches. It's sweet. There is some fruity tones to it as well, and some rose. Definitely not as rosy as the name suggests. No, there's not that much rose here. I think that mainly you get tuberose, suede, and sweeter notes. So in general, it's beautiful. Everyone I give a sniff of it when they come to my house, they're just captivated. And I think this is that type of fragrance that will match any environment. Again, job interview, date, whatever you like, this is gonna be a gorgeous first impression. So that is Siberian Rose. The next fragrance I have is from Teo Cabanel, and that is Ooh La La. And indeed, Ooh La La, indeed. And this makes such an amazing first impression on people. It's insane. So you have quite a unique combination here. You've got saffron and hazelnut, you've got a lot of sandalwood, but in general, this fragrance is just incredible. It's like this powdery, nutty, irisy goodness with a lot of woods. It is sweet, and it's definitely sweeter in the projection than it is when you sniff it from the bottle or on yourself. Because when I wear it, I always get compliments and questions that what do I smell like? Because I smell like cookies, like, you know, something out of the oven. Absolutely gorgeous. And I don't mean chicken, I mean like cake, okay? Not the chicken out of the oven. Something sweet and beautiful and gorgeous and classy and super projecting and very long lasting. That's what I mean, and that's what I feel when I wear Ooh La La. One of the best creations from the brand. Absolutely love it. Long lasting, projecting, there's everything you need in here. So if you love those nutty tones, but made in a very, very sophisticated and unique way, check out this one, because it's gorgeous, just gorgeous. Whew, all right, next one I have for you, my darlings, is BDK Rouge Smoking, and I have featured it many times on my channel, even though I still do not have a bottle. Imagine that, but that will change soon, I promise, and I always keep my promises. So Rouge Smoking, I have it here. To me, this is a gorgeous, sweet but smoked up cherry. Absolutely beautiful, guys. It has slight touch from Velvet Tonka from the same brand. So if you have Velvet Tonka, you might see some similarities. But to me, Rouge Smoking is actually better. It's way less linear. There's a lot going on here because you have a heavy sweetness, you have some cherry, so it does give you that tiny bit of sourness as well. And I do get a lot of smoke as well. So yes, I think the name is perfect for this fragrance. I know some people have issue with longevity of that, but I never do. I know I've been rolling on decants that I got from the brand, but it doesn't mean that I haven't worn it. I have many times, and it does stay very decent on me. I get at least 6 hours with a very nice projection, great compliment factor. It's sweet, but it's not too much. It definitely leans very classy. Also, it's mysterious because of that smokiness. So yeah, I absolutely love it. BZK Rouge Smoking, fantastic choice. And the next one that I have for you is Jo Malone Mir and Tonka. To me, this is definitely darker and a little bit more seductive comparing to the others, but seductive in a very unisex way. I think this is a fragrance that should be definitely shared between partners. This one I really like mixing with other fragrances that are sweeter and more gourmand, but also worn alone, it's just perfect. Actually, speaking of mixing, this mixes incredibly well with Rouge Smoking from BDK. If you don't have it already, what are you doing? This is a staple in any collection. This is basically a very sweet Tonka and Myrrh based fragrance with slight touch of lavender. So as I said, quite unisex, but because of that sweetness, it's gonna be perfect to share. And even though this is the Cologne Intense from Jo Malone, it really does last. I can attest to it. I smell myself for the whole day when I wear it. And yeah, it's just perfect. So Jo Malone Mir and Tonka, great first impression fragrance. If you are rolling out somewhere at night especially, is gonna be great. Next one that I have here is from Initio, and they're pretty much all amazing first impression fragrances, but I have something a little bit more toned down and mellow for you, something very sexy but classy enough that you can pull it off at any environment and occasion. So this is Psychedelic Love, and to me this is almondy, vanilla, herbaceous heaven. And when I say herbaceous, when I say herbaceous, I mean that the very beginning of this fragrance is, I don't even know how to explain it other than herbaceous. It's like this aromatic, typical to Initio vibe. When you smell Rehab, for example, you get the same thing, and Psychedelic Love also has it. It's like this herbal, aromatic, spicy touch, but it's beautiful, and as the fragrance develops, it gets absolutely fantastic. I adore wearing this fragrance, and I know this is a big compliment magnet. This is a fragrance that people really love smelling. It's not too obnoxious as some Initios can be. This one is definitely a little bit more toned down, but still keeping it very classy, very sexy, and very, very projecting and long lasting. So yes, this one is a perfect choice. I think it's gonna be beautiful for slightly colder weather, but I think if you mix it with something a little bit more uplifting, you can totally wear it in spring and summertime, especially at night. So yes, my darlings, I think this is a sexy, sexy fragrance that is quite understated. I think you're not gonna meet a lot of people who smell like it. I adore it. Highly recommend. So that is Psychedelic Love. And last but not least, something that definitely makes a great first impression. To me, it has quite a bit of sage. It's also tuberose based, but it's mainly an amber fragrance. So in general, gorgeous combination to all Alien from Mugler lovers. And that is of course Rouge Malachite. And Rouge Malachite, to me, I'm not gonna say and lie to you that this is the best from the No DNA range of all fragrances, because there are fragrances that I like slightly more, but this one is definitely the most sophisticated. Also, I think it's way more mature than Alien these days. It has something to it that's very like bougie, you know what I mean? Beautiful amber fragrance. pretty much the whole collection of the stones from Armani Prive is beautiful, so I highly recommend checking them out. This still is of course long lasting, it projects. To me it's also quite creamy of a tuberose, not too sweet, absolutely not, but also not too green or dusty. It's just right in the middle. And you do have that aromatic herbal accord from the clary sage. So yes guys, check it out if you haven't already. This is a very hyped up fragrance, but for a good reason. I do still really like it. I still do definitely wear it, even though I might prefer some others from that kind of, you know, fragrance family. This one is still like the staple, okay? It's still very much worth having, and it does make a gorgeous first impression. So Rouge Malachite, check it out. And that is it, my darlings. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments what is your favorite first impression fragrance. Also, let me know what video would you like to see from me next. And do not forget to check out Italo's jewelry, because I still have an active discount code for you guys down in the description box. So yeah, thank you so much and see you in my next one. Bye!